Raylo's Adam Driver fans, the sequel trilogy fans, no SJWs of any kind. We're here for the love of Star Wars. I am here, sitting here waiting for a pot of autumn vegetable soup to start to simmer. I'm gonna wait for my husband to get home, and then I'm gonna go see the horse and take the dog for a quick walk. So we'll see how long this will go before I have to get back in the house because it gets dark around 6 o'clock now. Pretty fast. Anyway, we'll talk a little bit about so Producers Guild of America had a video. Hey, Dave, had a video interview up with Kennedy from last week. Context of her comments about the fans was she was talking about, I'm going to go check her today. She seemed better yesterday, so hopefully there's more improvement, Dave. Context of her statements about the fans was, if you don't like it, it's not for you. Sound familiar? Yeah. Hey, John. Okay. That statement was not meant just for the movie She and the Nice Black Lady with the purple hair we're talking about. It was meant also for us. Okay, I mean, if you've been in politics like I have, you know when you're being shit on. Okay, that is a place where she was shitting on us. Okay, and the video is getting ratioed into the next century. So today, Midnight's Edge had, they were talking about Indy 5, and what I love about it is there's a consensus to take all of the rumors about Indy 5. They say a grain of salt, but they run with them. Fine, guys, I don't mind that, but I really wish, since they've pushed the movie back, the release date back for a year, that we would think about it. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the color purple being that controversial. Just a bunch of white liberals patting themselves on the backs and looking, at the poor brown people going, oh, see what we did for you? They don't understand what they look like, but I want to talk about that. They're talking about Indy 5 and the rumors. It stretches credulity beyond its breaking point to believe that anybody in their right mind would believe them. The time travel, maybe, but you could easily just change, if it is time travel, change that into a movie set that Indy crashes by accident. So, and that's egregious in of itself. And what I find fascinating is it echoes Filoni's idea on putting the sequel trilogy in its own separate universe by using the veil of the Force. Okay, that's what that is. That's exactly what that rumor about killing it off Indy and restarting all over again, that's what that rumor reminds me of. I find it fascinating that no one's picked up on that. And is it possible for her to be that stupid? Yes. Okay. Is it possible for her to think she's going to get away with it? Yes. Will she? No. Bob Chapek saw the thing and went, no, we're not, you're not, I can't release that movie the way it is. The fans will kill us. And we would. I have a theory about how he found out. I don't know. I'm going to let Doomcock crow and saying he was the one that broke it. It was him that alerted everybody. Fine. But I kind of think that When you've got something like this going, and I really hope this is good. When you got something like this going, that somebody left the set, called Disney and said, "What the fuck?" and then told them what was going on. And it wouldn't surprise me because Harrison Ford loves that character, that he was the one that did it. Now I'm gonna say something. Could all sit there and talk about how powerful and popular Kathy Kennedy is. She's not anymore. She's not. She's not. Absolutely not. She's not. I mean, she's lost so much luster in Hollywood, it's not even funny. And you can tell. You can tell by just what's going on. That interview she had on, the PGA thing was very low key. No one knew about it until Jar Jar Abrams put it up, and then I went with it. And apparently Jeremy Griggs made a comment too. And if you guys haven't made a comment, I would appreciate you going to that video on the Producers Guild of America channel and let them hit the dislike and let them know. Okay. Okay, about what we're seeing now. While we get Indy 5 pushback, we've got the Saturn Awards awarding the rise of dipshit 5 awards for the rise of shitwalker. Why? I know why. Kennedy is getting her accolades. That's accolade number 3 with this. All right, you got that Irish Film Festival. Then you've got then we've got that the PGA thing, and now we've got these awards. All right, the ass kiss, the kissing has commenced. Okay, that's what that is. Because there's no reason to give that awful movie anything. Anyway. But where are we? I said in my upload today that excuse me. No, I don't have the coof. That we haven't heard anything. Nothing. She's apparently, I'm going to say she's in the United States too, which is really weird. You would think that this movie being her thing, she would be there while they're filming. I mean, it's not that they're technically filming. They're filming. Now, I think they may have taken a couple of days off, but they're still going at it hot and heavy. I mean, this movie is not going to stop, but I think they're going to change it completely. In fact, if it's as bad as the rumors say, and I mean, time travel's bad enough. There's so many different ways you could have brought the Third Reich back into this without going time travel. They were having, and the Germans were working on so many different kinds of weapons and technologies and looking for other things. It doesn't necessarily have to mean time travel. I mean, and you bring in the Soviets, all right? You bring them in because they are technically, in that time period, the recent bad guys. But I'm, I don't, so I really think the time travel thing is just stupid. And I think that's the thing that is probably making everyone go, wait, what the fuck? Okay. And, I can't imagine. See, here's the deal. Harrison doesn't look upset. He doesn't look mad. He doesn't look put upon. He seems pretty happy on set. There's a great video of him and snooty British bitch and Antonio Banderas, and they're all talking to James Mangold on that ship. Okay, and maybe it's the Bantu Wind. Maybe Antonio Banderas's character took that ship over. Okay, I don't know. I mean, that would be an interesting callback. But as far as what's been going on, I would say that given the fact the movie's been pushed back, given and Andre had it right. Andre had it right. Scarlett Johansson makes a deal outside of court with Disney. Immediately following that, you get Marvel pushing back movies a few months. Then you get this, Indiana Jones 5, stretching all the way, the release date going all the way back to 2003, or 2003. Okay, or 2023. Duh. So that tells me that this was on the way out, Kennedy saying fuck you to everybody. Now, I would think if the rumors are true, and they don't necessarily have to be true for something to be wrong with the script. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Whoever leaked this out there thought of literally the stupidest fucking thing they could ever think of. Not that Kennedy wouldn't do it if she could. And put it out there. And it's really, interesting to me to see how many people who are smart about this stuff believing it or running with it. And part of it is we need viewers. Viewers will people come and stop by to watch. But, first off, the Daily Mail is not exactly, what the New York Times used to be. Okay. Obviously whoever posted it in the Daily Mail, and I think it was Bob Chapek, but what if it wasn't, has a bone to pick with the production. Now, I'm going to say this. Whoever it was, let's say like it wasn't Bob Chapek. Let's say like there's no truth to it. Let's say like there's only a quarter truth to it. But they saw one of us talking about these rumors and posted it, wrote about it in the Daily Mail. What if? Now we get all this, that stuff shows up, everything gets pushed back. And no talking about Kennedy's contract. It is Wednesday, midnight. What is it? I think the last day of her contract is either the 30th or it's over on the 30th, I think. I'm not sure. What's really weird, it's again, there's stuff going on beyond what we can see right now. We've got, Frank Marshall hanging out at a golf club in San Diego County. We've got Kennedy doing interviews with purple-haired women on the Producers Guild channel, looking like, is she home? Where is she? She's dressed in a Bondi and Villains outfit. It's just really, the woman's got the weirdest sense of style I've ever seen. I mean, it's almost up there with Hillary Clinton's, by the way. It's like, she can't dress like a woman. She can't. I mean, it's impossible. I'm really intrigued by all this. Now, Troy Pacelli, basically, he sent this video, somebody was talking about it, and he's all worried about her contract being renewed. And if it's only got to do with doing Indy 5, then there's nothing we can do about it. And I say, fine. Stephanie, say fine. It is enough time to rewrite the script and do the movie. Do they have to rewrite the script though? All of it? Could they take what they've got, use the stuff that works, and work it into something else so they don't have to do all of it? Okay. These other, there's no reason to take all the stock footage that you have and trash it. Okay. And as far as Harrison Ford being too old, he's in better shape than the people bitching about his age. Okay. Oh, you mean the one from this morning? The one about Troy? The one about the Indy 5 stuff? If her contract says she gets to finish this movie, and they give her enough time to do it, but again, she doesn't necessarily have to be the big boss at Lucasfilm to be a producer for Indy 5. She just doesn't. I mean, I don't understand. The thing that the guys never bring up is that we haven't heard anything. Nothing. And I'm going to say this. Mike Sutton and WDW Pro, God bless them, but they're not Variety. They're not Deadline Hollywood. They're not Deadspin, and they're not The Hollywood Reporter. Okay? Yeah, well, that could happen. I mean, and, look, I want you guys to look at it this way. As much as we all hate Kathleen Kennedy, and I'm sure that Bob Chapek knows, I'm sure he probably feels the same way we do. There's a lot more to this movie than her. Okay? Her husband, who's a decent soul. The people in the crew, James Mangold, who's a decent soul. Matt Kadish, you're not a brave person for trolling people on Twitter. I'm sorry. Okay? You charge a Taliban machine gun nest or an ISIS machine gun nest, we'll talk. All right? I know people who've done that. Okay? I'm married to one. Okay? Don't tell me what a fucking hero is. All right? A brave person doesn't sit on Twitter trolling people and then running around pretending they're fucking victims. Okay? That's not what they do. All right? And James Mangold comes out like a very high-strung but decent person. So I think we give him a break. Okay, guys? And if there's any orange in my teeth, I was eating a carrot. Let's see what else. And Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford deserves a little more respect than he's been getting. Okay. I want that movie to be good for him and the people that are working on it. Those poor slobs have to go and tear down sets, hold cameras, and the guys that are doing CGI and all the rest of that stuff. They deserve to be they deserve to have their extremely hard work be successful. Okay. It's very easy to sit in a chat room or on a stream and, be opinionated without knowing what's really going on. Okay? It's very easy. Very easy to get on Twitter and say something stupid or mean-spirited and start an argument with somebody who's working his ass off and scared shitless, by the way. And, it's very easy to do that, but it doesn't make you a superstar. It doesn't make you a hero. You know what it makes you? It makes you a schlub. A schlub. Okay? I don't have any time for people like that. I'm sorry. Okay? Again, I'm married to a hero. I have no heroes. My dad earned medals during World War II with the U.S. Air Force, with the U.S. Army Air Force. My uncle was a Purple Heart recipient. Okay, I have other uncles who were recipients of medals. One of the guys that we had in our battalion when we first got married was augmented to Iraq and was a Silver Star recipient. That's only one thing below the Medal of Honor. Okay, so please go and tell me how going onto Twitter and saying something mean-spirited, rotten, without any intellectual context is brave. You know what brave is? Brave is Cameron Pasha putting his reputation and talent on the line to tell some left-wing, all-powerful white leftist fucking producer he's being a racist. And Cameron has done that. All right. That's brave. That's brave. All right. That's getting a reputation in Hollywood that's not a good one. That's telling the truth. Face to face. All right. It is not going on Twitter. All right. It is not Pablo Hidalgo saying shitty things about, Star Wars theory and the fans, and then realizing he's going to have to apologize. That's just not how it works. I'm going to have to slow this stuff down. Looking pretty good. Let's taste it. It's going to be really hot, though. It's going to be hot. I'm telling you right now. All right. So this is veggie soup. All right. That's pretty good. Put this on there. All the way down to low. Very easy recipe, by the way. Nothing to it. Anyway, this is the thing, is that we got to talk about this. We don't know what's going on. We've got these rumors. I can't, as Andre says, take it with a grain of salt. I myself, I'm not going to run with it. Okay, I'm not. And the reason is that it doesn't, it stretches credulity. I can't imagine. I can't imagine, Frank saying, oh yeah, I like it. I can imagine him going, I can't imagine Harrison going, yes, I think Indy should go out like that. Can you? Put one in the chat if you think Harrison wouldn't like that. And and make sure that's context with, he has as much say about what goes into that script as anybody else does. This is his movie. All right. Kennedy can pretend it's hers anytime she wants, but it's not. It's his. All right. So if he's like, what the fuck? This is why I'm like, you honestly think Harrison Ford is going to put up with that shit? Look, here's a story. When they were making The Devil's Own, oh, look at all the ones. When they were making The Devil's Own, and there was stuff going on with the script, somebody tried to, I've got the article upstairs, somebody tried to make it look like Harrison and Melissa, his wife at the time, were meddling with the script to change it. And basically painting them as like the villains. And Melissa didn't have anything to do with she was an Oscar-winning writer. See, that's the thing, Dave, is there's something. Here's the deal. These things come out. If JPEG put this out there might be something else that they're not saying. Okay? Using these crazy rumors for something else. Okay, that might be this. They might just be a cover story, but the story goes they were the movie I think was behind schedule and a bit over budget, and there's a lot of controversy going around it. And he got offended. He was pissed. He was. I mean, he you ooh and he is not a man to fuck with. Okay. I don't know if there is a time element. That's the only part that doesn't make me go. I mean, no. That's the only part that I could see. And that's dumb enough. That make me go. But again, because, I mean, because I now believe, because these rumors came out, that Dave Filoni did stick the veil of the Force in Rebels to fix the sequel trilogy, that she's trying to fuck with Indy on the way out. The same way. You know, it's very interesting to me. I mean, if Harrison was married to a woman with a brain, I'd be looking at him, if any of this was true, and I'd be like, that woman hates your guts. She hates your guts. I'm telling you that right now. All right? And I'd be like, the idea that you're in this movie and she's dictating everything is making me want to vomit. Okay. I would tell him that. I would say, you need to say something to either Frank, who I think Frank is a nice guy, but I think that every once in a while he probably goes, that is enough, Kathy. That is enough. Okay. And you got to remember, they haven't worked together in a long time. And because, she's been at Lucasfilm, and his documentary about the Bee Gees is on demand for free, and I'm going to watch it. He's got, the Franzese project, and he's got other things, I look at her and I look at them, and I go, I think Harrison would say enough is enough. I mean, he comes off as a good guy, but man, oh man, he also looks like he could be when you get that Irish temper going, 0 to 60 in a third of a second. All right. Well, just Nova, what script was that? You heard that. From who? He had as much input in the script as anybody else. That doesn't mean that Kennedy didn't come up. I mean, I know for a fact, this is not a theory, I know that Kennedy wanted Waller-Bridge. And probably wouldn't take no for an answer, so they said, okay, fine. And so we get Waller-Bridge. Okay. And then we get this and this. Now, I don't see, James Mangold is a nice guy, but I don't see him, and he wrote the script. Okay, he wrote the script. Has anybody gone on Twitter saying, are you really erasing Harrison Ford from Indiana Jones? And then tell him the rumor. Okay, he's already had to have read it in the Daily Mail. I mean, I can't, and that's the thing is, I don't think he would write that. But again, this rumor might be to cover something else, okay, that's going on. Harrison gets hurt. He doesn't look like he's hurt anymore. There's a rumor going around that he already had his shoulder scoped, and it's like, no, he didn't have his shoulder scoped. He was, all right, the 3 weeks they took off, he was in Croatia with Ally McBeal, okay, who's in Sicily right now with him, okay. And I look at her, to be fair, they sent their kid to they sent their adopted son, Liam, to high school in Wyoming. Okay. To be fair to her, I get it. I get it. All right. Maybe she's not as stupid as I think she is, but I don't think she's the kind of person to say, I don't like what's going on here. She's making you look stupid. You have to see this. Okay. Stuff I would say to my own husband. Okay. I mean, because I'd be on the set. I'd be there. I'd be like, I'm here. What's going on? You know, just because what else am I going to do? You know, that's what I would be doing. A, supporting my husband, and B, curious to see just what the story was going to be. Because, you know, just Nova, I think that's wrong and you need to stop. Okay? Right now. Okay? Please. Because I have it up to here. Okay? We don't know what's going on. All I know is that Harrison Ford is also one of the people that signed off on the script. And it looks to me like once they started shooting, they started changing things. And it looks to me like maybe with the advent of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Kennedy started insisting something this. But again, and I want you to listen to me, none of that makes any fucking sense. All right? Why would James Mangold fuck up Indiana Jones like this? Ask yourself that question. All right? This is a director's dream job. All right? And he is not J.J. Abrams. This guy actually is passionate and a fan of Indiana Jones. All right? So why would he intentionally kill off Indy? Sit and think about it. All right? It's probably not what's going on, but someone decided to put something out there so when they push the movie back a year from release date, there would be a story. You know, again, I don't think that part is true. Okay? Because if you're a logical, rational human being, and right now I'm not rational because I'm getting pissed off because people don't listen, too many people rely on their emotions. Start using your instinct. Start being rational. Okay? Start being reasonable. All right? It stretches credulity. It doesn't make any sense. It is stupid beyond words. And I don't see Frank Marshall and Harrison Ford signing off on something that's stupid. Think about it. You guys, look, you've got Kathleen Kennedy living rent-free in your heads. Okay? All right? She's already out the door, and I haven't even talked about Gina. She isn't the only person who has a say in this. She's one of the producers. Everybody concentrates on Kathy. What about Frank?